Welcome, everybody. Hope you all are having a great time. Am I coming in loud and clear? It's just got to get the mic check done, got to get all that stuff done first, and then as long as we're doing good, then I think we've got to keep working on this bad girl. Got her on that electric turntable because, you know, class. And I have a bad back, so this doesn't work. Oh yeah, audio is only left channel. Let me fix that. 2 seconds. There you go. That should now be both channels. It is now both channels. There you go. All right. Well, welcome everybody. We're very excited to get this thing running. I see Scott Schmidt is here, saying hi from Form Next from the Diamondback team. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And the GPs. That's interesting. My initials are GP. My middle name is J, or my middle initial is J. But hi, GPs, from another GP. Simon Snow is here. Thomas is here. Ben Cox, Kevin Deck. I saw Shane is here. I saw Filament Frenzy is here as well. And Max Harnish. I always feel like I'm going to get that wrong. What's the bonus extra if we order today? No clue. No clue. But that is going to make me sick if it keeps spinning. We are going to be working on the Prusa XL. This is stream 3. If you're looking for the other ones, check the channel. I should probably link them in the description, but I didn't. But I can do that before this, you know. I can do that eventually. Don't worry. Thanks, guys, for coming out. Subscribe, like, all the things you're supposed to do. If you do want to support, you know where those buttons are. And let's dig into it. I have pinned where we are. So if you want to follow along in this process and make fun of me when I inevitably get things wrong, then, hey, let's do it. So apparently that still has the intro running really hard. That's hilarious. I didn't realize that, you know, it doesn't just turn it all off for every one of the OBS things, but whatever. We are going to go ahead and start working on this XL. The steps here are the filament sensors. So got one filament sensor, got the other filament sensor. These things are actually pretty cool. I was a little hesitant about these because they're printed and, you know, you can have some issues, but with the electronics pre-embedded into it, it's pretty cool. I dig it, and I am really excited because there's a lot of printed parts on this machine that are very like open and obvious, and I kind of want to reprint some of them in different colors, and I'm kind of chomping at the bit to do it. And I have an immediate print job for this machine, so I am extra motivated to get this thing done today, where a tool changer is pretty much the only way to do it. And well, the tool changer is the only way that I want to do it. So let's dig into it. We have our 2 filament sensors. We're going to need some more parts. Okay, let's get those parts. First off, I think I gotta have the printer toward me. Gotta see if there's any of those M3 nuts in there. There aren't. I've got one here. Let's see if I can find the others. So it's been about a week since we've been out here, and that means I totally forget where everything is. So I gotta work on finding that. And of course, because my entire life is not this build, I wish it was, but because my entire life is not this build, I have been up to other things as well in the meantime, including buying another scanner, but full story on that eventually, because right now we don't actually know what the story is with it. All right, so we got to find the M12. He's going to be, okay, the M3 by 12. Looks like that might be one of them. They're the Torx bits. Amber's here. Hi, Amber. And yes, Amber is not here. I will have to set some gummies aside for her. Oh, hey, they're right there. Spare one piece. All right. Got what I need. Amber, Haribo rule in effect, 2x effective to Amber. All right, well, you heard it from Shane, so obviously it's real. All right, so we gotta turn the printer so the left side is facing me. Always the question is, I gotta go back and see what is the left and what is the right side. So I've actually kept a lot of the tabs open because I am a masochist and I hate RAM. Let's see, front. So I'm gonna turn the printer to face me because we're gonna need to do that for right now anyways. So let's turn the printer to face me. Oh, okay, apparently my brother found a screw on the ground. Put it on the Prusa bed. I don't think that is to the Prusa build. I was wondering where that screw came from, but now that makes total sense. Printer left. It is printer left. All right. Let's get all of that. So, what sides do we use? Does it tell us which goes where? No. It doesn't. So printer left is over here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back around. The GPs are asking, what's the plan for the XL? I actually have a part that would effectively need soluble support, but because this is Florida, we can't really run soluble supports here, so we're going to do a PETG part with PLA supports. That is the plan. I'm currently going to be running it in resin later tonight, and it is 1,100 grams of resin, so fun stuff. For those that don't follow us and are in the Patreon Discord, I got an Elegoo Jupiter for this project because, yeah, crazy. The thing that I don't know, and I gotta figure it out, we gotta insert these the M3Es into the vertical extrusion on the right rear left side. Okay. Get that done. And I'm guessing you're going to want me to go ahead and do this. Oh, ha. Already messed that up. Already messed that up. Hopefully these are reasonably easy to get out, but I don't think they are. Already messed it up. We're like 10 minutes into the stream and I've already messed it up. All right, so I put the nut into the wrong area. Okay, you can get them out. Great, got it. Sweet. Okay, it's on the back side of the... Wait, how can it go back there? We have channels. Oh, so the left side is facing me. Hey, I was doing it right. Okay, we're good. We didn't do it wrong. We were doing it right. Ha. We were good. We were good. So printer left is my right. And it looks like, which one do we need to put there? So I got to figure out which one goes on which side. I'm not entirely certain where, so let's take a look. Do they each have 3? No, they don't, so that solves it. Okay. Awesome. Beautiful. Andrew Rodgers with the $10. Thank you, sir, for the soldering iron fund, he says. Because I've cut wires on streams. You all are so mean to me. Halfway to a pine sill. That's fair. Pine sill is a great soldering iron. If you are looking for a soldering iron, get a pine sill. They are incredibly high value for what they are. All right. So we got to go ahead and put in the part here. Where is the Torx? There it is. And just get it screwed in. It's that simple, really, I guess. Yeah, okay. Just one screw holding it in. I guess so. Sorry, I know there's not great, vision for you guys. I just stabbed myself. I know there's not great vision for you guys on this. Sorry. It's just one screw on each side for the filament sensors. It's pretty easy. And then we got to go ahead and click everything into place. Because you want to make sure you have your filament sensors working. Now, these are just filament present sensors to my knowledge. I don't believe these are sensors to detect whether or not there's like something missing. So let's see. We got to do the same thing on the other side. So let's get the M3T. Get that installed. Okay. This. Maybe he missed being a DIY printer, so he made it so. I don't know, man. There we are. That away, please. And we just got to get these put in. Ashley Williams saying, today will be your first use of a satin sheet, won't it? You'll be switching more of the smooth ones for satin. That is correct. And in fact, I don't have a smooth sheet for this printer yet. I need to get one. I'm very much a smooth sheet guy. We do a lot of parts that need to be stuck together. And yeah, it's kind of important for that. The GPs are asking if we are going to Smurf. We are going to Smurf. And so if you are going to be at Smurf, we will see you there. It's Haribo time. I have not deserved a Haribo for this, so we're not. We're not going to do that. All right. So we need to get the cable bundles. All right. This is a cable bundle. Let's take a look at this with the top down so we can take a look at it all together. So you guys can see what I see. All right. Some beautiful machined... Wait, is this machined? Are you cold? Yeah, it is. So there is... Let me just go full overhead here. There you go. And let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. So we have a beautiful piece of machined aluminum with... Is that PEEK? It looks like that those two bushings there and there are both made of PEEK. Huh. Interesting. And then we have this little flapper doohickey thing, which is always fun. We have the big Bowden tube. Even though this printer is a direct drive, it does still have a Bowden tube, and that is to get the filament from the filament holders all the way. GP said it could be an iGoose bushing. Yeah, you're right, it could be. We have a couple of magnets there as well, some locator pins. It's clean. It's, man, I love machining. I love seeing machining stuff in here. OMG Frankie says, never skip Haribo time. Follow the instructions and have a Haribo. Okay. All right. Amber's yelling at me. I'll eat a freaking Haribo. Hold on. Man, getting the 9th degree from everybody here. Y'all are rough on me today. Let me mute the mic real quick. Okay. All right. Haribo down. Hydration. Get the hydration in. There you go. When was the last time you had a drink of water? When was the last time you had a drink of water? When was the last time you had a drink of water? Get a drink of water. All right. Let's go back to the main overhead because I think that's going to be pretty much a lot of what we're looking at. We got to get the cable bundles. So there's 5 cable bundles, but a lot of them are in the other box. So I got to get the other box here and open it up. I don't think that there's any big reason for me to show this box on camera. At least I don't think. But I do need a cutting implement to open it. Where the heck are all my... Oh, there's a knife. Okay, I'm like, where the heck are all my knives? Also, how in the sandhill are you supposed to open this box? This box is clearly smarter than I am, which I get it. It's not that difficult to do. Not that difficult to be. Oh, it's glued. All right, hold on. Let me change the camera angle so you guys can kind of see my struggle, because I know a lot of you tend to enjoy my struggle here. This box is glued shut, so I got to gotta get that all taken care of here. Also, just rip the top off the box, which is eventually what happened here. Huh. Interesting. This is new. I've never seen Prusa use packaging with somebody else's branding on it. The packaging is from Blower Engel. Huh. It is 100% recycling, and it's called Speedman. Speedman! Speedman! I am Speedman! All right, that's enough of that. Enough of that. Oh, that's right. I have another tool head down here. I'm like, there's only 3 in there. That's right, you ding dong, because you have another box with tool heads in it. It ain't that one. There it is. Jeez, man. That's a lot of freaking assemblies. There's number 2. And I do need to correct myself. I don't know if I corrected myself last time, but I need to correct myself. I said incorrectly that I ordered my machine on the 21st of November of 2021. I actually ordered it the 18th of November, ordered it launch day. Somebody in the comments was upset because they ordered theirs on the 19th and I got mine first. And then I checked my order and I realized that I said the wrong date. It was at 8:01 in the morning. So, yeah. I don't want others to feel like they've been squandered. They're like, you're getting special treatment because you're a content creator. I'm like, I am not getting special treatment for that. And if anything, the special treatment I'm getting is harassment. Get a lot of harassment around here. A lot of harassment around here. All right. So we got the cable bundles, and I guess we need to make sure that these little doohickey things are good. The latest assemblies come with a nozzle seal pre-installed on the extruder dock. To confirm this, examine one of the extruder docks closely and compare it to the picture to see if the nozzle seal is already in place with a square nut. If not, continue with the text below. And yes, it does appear. Oh, we have one that's damaged, so we gotta fix that. Looks like just a little piece of rubber stretched over a piece of metal. No big deal. All right. Yeah. They're all there and they're all good. All right. Now we have to start guiding the things in. Everlasting Media says, honestly, I half expect content creators to get some special treatment. Half of the knowledge I know about 3D printing was gathered from people who got review printers. Yeah. So I'm sure it happens. And oh, this is a PTF YouTube. I am sure that it happens. And when we can confirm that we're getting special treatment, like when Bamboo transferred me to a different person who all of a sudden was willing to help when the tech person was not willing to help me anymore, that is the level of special treatment that I can't do. Like when it's very obviously thrown in my face, we can't do it. It's unethical. I paid for this printer completely out of pocket. This is 100% me. It was like 3,600 plus. So, yeah. It was expensive. Oh, and Pixels corrected me. Bauer Engel is not a brand. It's basically a seal given out by the German Ministry for Environmental Matters to manufacturers who use eco-friendly packaging materials. Oh, that's cool, but in this case, it's probably only referring to the paper padding and not the entire packaging. Hey, that's pretty cool. I dig that. Same old Shane saying, I can legit say there are 0 Review XL printers out there right now. Granted, other creators who have XLs, who have an XL right now, they all purchased them and orders did not get bumped up in the list. I think the only one that might have gotten bumped a little bit was Joel's, because he just took a printer. But, you know, whatever. Ultimately, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Everybody loves Joel. You know, we love 3D Printing Nerd. If you guys don't know Joel, how the heck did you find me and you didn't find Joel, first off? But 2, go subscribe to Joel Telling, the 3D Printing Nerd. But yeah, there are times where having like a special contact can absolutely be useful. And there are times where you, as a content creator, reach out to those contacts and say, hey, we've got a problem here, can you fix it? And often, that's not when I have a problem. It's when somebody else has a problem and they're not getting the service that they need. And I reach out to a contact and say, hey, we've got a problem here. Can you step in and try to fix it? So, yeah. I guess Joel was order number 3. So it was luck of the draw with that. Yeah. I understand that. 100%. Oh, I moved my mouse back here when I really shouldn't have done that. Okay, carefully turn the printer 180 degrees so the power supply unit is facing toward you. Great, I've done that. Locate the long metal profile with 5 M3 holes in the rear aluminum. Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, there's a metal profile here. Okay. All right. So we got that. Now we need to place the XL dock cable router on the bottom metal sheet below the aluminum extrusion. Like that? I guess so. All right. Attach the screw to the first screw hole in the long metal profile. I am clearly missing something obvious here. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's honestly not the most intuitive. Okay, so, and the routing is not 100% understood, but I got it. It's just like that. It goes just like that. Okay. Wait, are there screws pre-done in here? They're protruding screws from the XL dock. Attach the screw to the first screw hole. Yeah, it is. Oh, dude, that's super cool. The screws are all preset. How flippin' sweet is that? How flippin' sweet is that? Okay. The routing here is kind of the problem. You can't easily act. Am I doing something wrong? I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I'm not. Yeah. All right, so how are you supposed to get the Allen key in? I've got it aligned. I've got it looking. Okay, you do put the Allen key through the frame. Okay. All right. So freaking weird. It is hard to see, and the studio lights do not help any of this at all. It kind of tells you where. Very cool. Man, that's a little tough, man. I will say this is certainly one of the Not as tough as the cable management. But, yeah. Huh. Oh, no. Wait, what? 2, 3, 4. No. Huh. I don't know, man. I'm just as dumb as I look some days, I guess. Shane says there are holes in the back plate, so the kennel and plate line up. The bolt attached to the holder and the frame is already installed. Just line up the holes and use the Allen key. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. That is a little bit easier said than done here. It does not immediately appear that this actually wants to be screwed in. Don't forget to push the metal bar all the way to the left. Yeah, it is. It is all the way to the left. That's done. And actually, it was there already, so I don't have to worry about it too much. I'm struggling to get the bolt to start. I recognize why it was done this way, and I absolutely recognize that my studio lighting is 100% getting in the way. I'm gonna see if I can push this over more. Doesn't look like it moved at all, but yeah, I know for a fact that my studio lighting is getting in the way, and that sucks. But yeah. Man. All right, I think. Okay, yep, I got it. I can feel it. It's grabbed. I can feel it grabbing. Okay, we are super good now. All right. Jeez. No offense, that was harder than I wanted it to be. Okay, so we have to attach the rest of them using that same procedure. So I am going to go ahead and put the wiring there. We're going to grab the next one. I do quite like that that the screw is in there already for you. I think that would be really, really helpful. However, I guess I should probably... let me unscrew this one real quick here. Just want to make sure that we are pushed all the way over, because that is super, super critical that we are pushed all the way over, because otherwise things will not line up. Take the back plate off. It's 6 screws, so much easier. You know what? Yeah. Karen451. I think you're right. I think I'm going to do that. Shane, is that? You know what? I think that's fine. So I'm just going to do it. Definitely getting the back plate off would make it easier because you don't have to get everything aligned. I hope that there is not a reason why it stays on, but yeah. GP says it would be awesome if someone would create this for Voron. Well, it's open source, so, you know. Someone doesn't have their phone near them. I do. Is that, did you send me a text? Damn it. Okay, you did. We're good. Just yank off the back cover. Oh, just don't yank it off because there's a grounding wire attached. Yep. All right. Yeah. That would be awesome if that was in the notes. That'd be really cool. Because, like, that seems like a super secret trick. You know what, while I'm at it, I will move that message. That way, if another one comes in, I can see it easier. Okay. We're good there. Yeah, this will be like 1,000,000 times easier. My gosh, this would be so much easier. All right, we're gonna disconnect that ground wire. Can we? I want it to just dangle there. Does this one come with RGB or is it standard LED strips? I don't know the answer to that. I will let you know when the printer is started. We will all find out together. Hello? There we go. Okay, 2.5mm Allen key. You can disconnect anything once. That's fair. Oh yeah, like 10 million times easier to go ahead and remove that little panel. Yeah, there's a pro tip for you if you're building an XL at home. Definitely remove that little thing, because boy howdy. Travis Albert says, got an email that their 5 toolhead XL should ship the week of December 4th. The original order date was the 24th of 2021. Hey, that's super cool. I'm excited for that. That might mean, given how fast mine got here, that you will have an XL for the holidays. Which I know a lot of us were looking forward to 2 years ago. But that's okay. I think a lot of us are glad to have it, and those that are like me that have business cases for it, I've been chomping at the bit. As soon as my order, as soon as my order came in, I finished it, but I actually didn't. I waited almost a week. I needed to get the money together in the same account, so I could buy it. But yes, I am absolutely glad that Prusa has finally gotten a lot of that stuff figured out. Supply chain woes are never fun. And we've dealt with supply chain issues here at 3D Musketeers, and supply chain issues actually cause us to completely shift our business. What the actual heck is going on here? This whole thing needs to be shifted down. Yep. That means I gotta loosen every one of these. I guess I have it the wrong way. It's set all the way to the left, which is my right. So, someone said that in the chat. I don't know. Nope, it shows that, and I just didn't notice it in the instructions. That is 100% on me. I bet there's people watching that saying, how long until this idiot realizes he has it the wrong way? Gotta back these bolts out so that I can move it, it looks like. There we go. Sometimes you make mistakes and you feel a little stupid because you thought you read the instructions right, then you ended up listening to somebody on the internet. Tool should be on my left. Yeah, well, I read left and went machine left, not my left. So that is on me. That is on me. Look, it's an easy fix. You just end up looking like an idiot on camera. So you're all welcome. If you make the same mistake, clearly you're at least as smart as I am, which I'm not entirely certain is a very good bar to have. But you know what? Hey, we decided that the US, when we weren't the first nation to put a person in space, we decided to move the goalpost and make it so it was the first person on the moon. We just kept moving the goalposts until we actually won. So, you know, move your goalposts. It is the American way. Okay. Oh man, that is a bazillion times easier. Wow. Yeah, that's have to make sure the docks are properly tightened so the docks don't move. That one is not. Oh, wow. I don't think any of them are actually. Ajax says if at first you don't succeed. What the heck? Okay, clearly I have an issue here. Wonder. Oh, okay, there we go. Ah. Wow, it's still loose. Okay. Man, you really got to snug these things down. Okay, that's better. Yeah. Okay. So if all the others are loose, this one's probably loose too, which it is. Same deal here. They're all going to be a little bit loose. You got to tighten these more than you think for them to be nice and tight. So be careful. Same old Shane says, just wait for calibrations. You could pretend you're Garnus from Mass Effect and talk about calibrations. That is not a reference I get. And I'm going to give extra nerd points to Miss Amber because Amber is a huge Mass Effect fan. I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry. I unfortunately don't have a ton of time to play video games. I would like to, but we've been so busy, and quite frankly, I have been in a lot of back pain that I don't really ever have time to sit down and play video games. It sucks, but that's what it's like. But yeah, I don't get that reference at all. I'm sorry, Shane. But Amber will get that reference. I won't. Sorry. Oh my God, Amber, can you please educate him? The only reason I know that Amber's like a huge Mass Effect fan is because on her old car, she had a N7 sticker on the bumper. That was there for so long, I'm fairly certain it became part of the paint. But yeah, sorry, I know, dislike stream because Grant doesn't know video games. It's not that I don't like video games. I like video games. The ADHD brain is just not great with all that at the moment. Especially when I was working till, I think I went to bed around 5:30 in the morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I start my day around 7:30, 8 o'clock. So, fun times. Okay. All right, back panel's on. Ground is regrounded. All right, nozzle seal prep. We already have all the nozzle seals are. Yeah, the nozzle seals are done here, so I can actually skip past that. Attach nozzle seals to the docks. Yep, we don't need that crap anymore. There's a cover back here. I'm gonna see if we can get, well, here, let's make it so I can easily work on it. I'm gonna see if I can bring the webcam over and you guys will be able to see it that way. All right, let's see what we can do here. Hey, the webcam is working. Beautiful. Shane says, there's some new content educating Mr. Grant. He points at a model from a video game and Amber educates Grant while the model prints. That would be pretty cool. We are actually planning an entire series on 3D printing in television and all that. So we've been compiling, you know, shows and things where 3D printing has been used for some reason, or they've referenced it, and we're going to be doing a whole series on that. So let me see if I can help you guys out here. This is also loose as a $2 pistol. Good Lord have mercy. There we go. All right, so the panel that we need to get is right there. So we got to get to that panel. Let me get this back out of the way here. Okay, so it looks like we need to locate, loosen the screws, no need to remove them completely, push the cover to the right, and remove it from the printer. Can diddly do. Not enough. A little bit more. There we are. Panel is removed. Okay. And then apparently we need to get these screws off too. Yep. Okay. All right, well then let me actually back you back out a little bit then. So we got to do the same thing for the top cover back here. Honestly, since nobody can really see me, probably just makes more sense just to do that. Okay. That panel is now off as well. Connect. Connect the #1 dock from the right side. Which right side? Is it going to show me? Okay, it does. Great. To dwarf 1. Okay. So #1 to dwarf 1. And then #2 to dwarf 2. Okay. Those are both in. Okay. Is it just those two? Okay. All right, so now we need to get the Wi-Fi. Is your serial on that tag? It is, yes. The serial number is on that tag. So we now need to get the Wi-Fi antenna. Yep. All right, let me get all that. That is all here. Wi-Fi antennas. Okay, unscrew the nut from the adapter. Leave the washer on it. That knife is so dull. Well, the washer's already come off, so we'll just reinsert the washer to the Wi-Fi. Now, none of this really matters to me because we are not going to be using the Wi-Fi, but you know, it's there, I guess. So then this goes into this part. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah. That one's a little fun. Probably got to use a pair of pliers to assist. Hello. There we go. No. One more time. There we are. So I'm just kind of wiggling that through. From there, we're going to install this nut and with the little weird wrench that it came with. We're going to tighten it up. What a fun little wrench there. Okay. There you go. And so we gotta push the antenna cable hold on a minute. Okay. So we have to feed the antenna wire through. Not the easiest, I will say. And it wants you to run. Grab the cable, pull it through. Grab the cable and pull it through, Grant. Grab the cable and pull it through. Great. So these two I actually have. No. Oops, dang it. All right, so these two I have this way. I think that I want them to be more straight out like that. So let's fix that. Wi-Fi is optional, not a requirement for the machine to work for those in secure environments. That's right. And a huge benefit over the competition. Because not only do you not need Wi-Fi to work, you don't need Wi-Fi to update, you don't need Wi-Fi to do anything. And sure, yes, you'll lose Prusa Connect and things that actually utilize Wi-Fi, and you know, that kind of is what it is. But you're not going to have a machine that you can't update, and you're not going to be forced to send log files to get assistance. It's not like I'm referencing any specific company, because, well, that would just be wrong of me. I would never reference a specific company that makes it so you can't update their products unless you have it connected to the internet. I would never do such a thing like that. Hello? Go in. Thank you. Jeez. All right. That is actually harder than it looks. I promise. Okay. So now we got to do the next extruder cables. So 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's reasonably straightforward. Can't complain with that. So we have and there is a spare, which is funny because it means that the XL could I'll have the connector in backwards. It means the XL could viably actually have 6 tool heads. There appears to be enough stuff for it. Okay. This wiring does get a little bit tight in here, so I'm sorry. The camera angles are gonna suck. Part of me always wants to have like a little POV camera that I can mount like easily to myself that you guys can then easily see from. But that is so much easier said than done. I was trying to get Insta360 to sponsor a camera so that when we are at Smurf, we can try like a 360 live stream or something. You guys will be able to look around, but they have not returned my communications. But that's okay. Okay, now we can button her back up. I assume the printer is a she, but you know, it's 2023. The printer can be whatever it wants. But I don't know. We gotta name the printer. Should I make it black and white and just call it the Panda? That'd be funny. Oh, but Grant, what do pandas eat? Yeah. That's a joke the Patreon members get, but a joke the regular channel viewers won't understand. All right. Got all that done. So now we got a guide into the PTFE tubes. All right, I'm gonna put the printer down a little bit. There's Ben with the answer. Yep. Okay. All right. And you have her torso played off. Scandalous. Yeah, it's one of those shows, you know? It's one of those shows. All right, so number 1. That's number 3. Number 2. Who does number 2 work for? Who does number 2 work for? I don't know if it's going to say it in the instructions. No, it doesn't. Okay. I will show you on this side, but there's a way to make sure that your PTFE tubes are actually pretty tight. You just have to kind of grab the coupler, pull it out as you're pushing in the filament, then you remove a lot of the slop that's in that system. That slop can result in jams on some machines. I don't know if this machine is one of them. Okay, let me just reorient you guys there. Beautiful. All right. So, we have number 4 and number 5. Mambo number 5, if you will. So me personally, I will grab just the periphery of that, pull out, and you don't put a lot of pressure on it. Your pliers will probably slip off. That's totally fine. There you go. It's not a big difference. It's like 0.5 millimeter at best, but it keeps things from wiggling. It keeps things from wiggling. Okay, so apparently we now need to do the Wi-Fi antenna because the printer needs to get excited. Maybe it is a male printer. Oh no. It is 2023. That is what it is. Okay, let's bring her on back here. Okay. Can we see? We can. Okay. Literally, you just screw the antenna in. Like this is not complicated. It's actually really, really simple to do. And you can't over tighten it. And there you go. Stick it upward so it's out of the way. And you're done. All right, spool holder time, which has got to be the best GIF ever made. The GIF that Mikolas has of the spool holder going in and out. I think it's effing hilarious. Others have called me a child. I'm okay with that. All right. Wait a minute. There's going to be injection molded spool holders? Oh. I only have the printed ones. I want the injection molded ones. I'm going to take them from the factory. We are going to be going to Prague before we go. Before we go to Smurf. That is a joke. I am not going to steal things. Can't run fast anyway, so even if I tried, it wouldn't get very far. All right, I'm getting all the hardware and bolts and things that I need for this, so give me just a second. I'll be with you guys momentarily. So much plastic. I love that Prusa is pushing for sustainability. I do, but there's a lot. There's a lot of plastic here. We could go to something else. I'm just saying, we could go to something else. All right. Okay. Yeah, this is all pretty simple. Put the spool holder where you want, screw it in. It's the best way to describe it. Put this down a little bit. Is there... Oh, okay. All right, so we can see it actually wants one in the back here, the other two up front. Okay. That is pretty simple. Again, sorry, getting footage of all of these is just going to be a real pain. So, work with me on this one. I'm putting in spool holders. I feel like you guys know this. And I feel like you don't need me for that. Shane says, Florida couple arrested in Prague. Their last words were, call the embassy. Yeah, we found oil. That's mean. It would be nice to have injection molded ones, and I will likely upgrade to those when they are available. And that is more just for longevity. I have full confidence that, you know, these will be just fine. However, more longevity, more better. You know? All right. Hope everybody's day is going well. I know this is kind of boring. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and sticking around. You have any questions that you want to ask? I mean, we can do like a in the middle of a build and like an AMA thing. I will end up reprinting those for sure in a material that is just stronger. I think they're PETG. They're fine. You know, there's not going to be any issues. But now that I know there are injection molded ones, I do want to make sure that we can upgrade to those relatively fast. And that's just a strength thing. Okay. Of course, these will likely end up getting moved at some point. And that's just because the location of the spool holders, I don't know if they're right, I don't know if they're wrong. So, wrong way. Ooh, that print doesn't fit. Got a print here that... Nope. Okay. We'll likely have to reprint that. So we've got one of these pieces. It's supposed to slide smoothly. We have the ones over here that slide real smoothly, but this is stuck. So there's likely something going on there. Maybe a little bit of over extrusion happened. It's not a big deal. We'll see if I can pull them apart. No, that ain't coming apart. No. I had a blowtorch, but that's not the right tool. It's not the right tool. All right. I want to try to get this out because I would like to be able to salvage this if I can, but we have a part that just doesn't fit well together. So the pieces have effectively cold welded. No. All right, we might have to move on from this one. It's okay. I can reprint it. That's the nice thing about being open source is that you can reprint it. But one of the issues, and it's why a lot of people opt to reprint the farm parts, but Prusa farms are running very fast. And so, well, sometimes the parts aren't perfect. It is an easy thing to fix, though. Luke Inglis is asking, they have a Prusa Mini Plus and they started to want multicolor printing. Any view experience on the 3D Chameleon? Otherwise, I'm tempted for a Prusa MK4 upgrade and the MMU. Well, you can't upgrade a Mini to a MK4. So let me be clear about that. You can't do that. The 3D Chameleon has great intentions, but the delivery is subpar at best. There's very, very little support, and unless you are willing to put in a lot of that time and effort yourself, you are going to end up being frustrated about it. So if you are the tinkering type, by all means go for it, but if you are the kind of person that just kind of needs things to work, then, you know, there's a reason to spend Prusa money. All right, I got the parts separated. Oh, ha! There's a ridge on the inside of this that I don't think is supposed to be there. Yeah, looks like we had a bit of a print failure. Interesting. Huh. All right, we're gonna set that one off to the side. We're gonna go ahead and reprint that later. And thankfully, the work that I'm doing only actually requires two tool heads. So, and it's just a spool holder. Who cares? And Luke, the reason that we know this is a member in our Discord got one, and it has been a bit of a nightmare for him, and I feel bad. But, you know, yeah. I think that the Prusa MMU4 is going to be or MMU3, excuse me, MMU3 on an MK4 is going to be a great, great addition. It has the obligatory blurred for YouTube thing. And I guess theoretically, I can just use the bolt. Yeah, probably just use the bolt for now. My God, my phone is going crazy. Give me just a second. It's like as soon as I start streaming, everybody needs me. Jane says it's not me. I know. I was checking. I was checking to see if you cared about me. No, you're good. Okay, wonderful. You know what? Let's just try to push past it. Because what's the worst? We break it, and I gotta make another one. Who cares? Ha! Sometimes it takes a little bit of persuasion. Yeah, we're good. So, I'm not going to hurt myself. That's because the screwdriver actually fits into the hole. So, that's really great. That was dummy stupid. And please don't do that, because you can and will hurt yourself. Please don't do that. I am obviously a professional. Obviously, I am a professional. Obviously. I mean, every now and then I make a couple of bucks doing this, so that does, for all intents and purposes, make me a professional. Uh-oh. There we go. We're dropping our nuts! Wait, that might mean it's a boy. I don't know, man. All right. All is saved. We'll have to vigorously move that one in and out. You know, just to make sure that it loose. Hammer, Karen says. You ain't wrong. When in doubt, get a bigger hammer. So the reason that we have this problem is, and I don't know if the microphone is picking it up. It probably will when I'm moving it and talking. But the layers are just really, really tight. And we can actually see that this one doesn't go all the way in. And because of that, it is what it is. It legitimately doesn't matter. So we're fine. Don't use the spool holder as a handle. Don't do it. Don't use the spool holder as a handle. 3 gummy bears. I get 3? Oh man, we get 3 gummy bears. It says to share the rest with the people that helped me build the printer. Does that mean I have to like send gummy bears to everybody watching? I'm not going to do that. I don't have that kind of money. If you want gummy bears, buy a printer. But I guess we have to choose 3 gummy bears. And then it says to share the rest of the people that help you build it. So, you know. We're going to go with a white, green, and an orange, I think. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to go. I'll be right back. I forgot I have a thing for this now, too. Oh, oh, Grant, come on. It's not even where it needs to be. There we go. See? I have a thing for it. All right, we're back. Hydrate. When was the last time you had a drink of water? Make sure you hydrate, damn it. Okay. I see we got, oh, what's wrong with my, it says I've got a bitrate problem, but do I have a bitrate problem? I guess not. All right. Now it's time to get the next extruders. Oh man, I'm so excited! It's time. It's time. We need to get the next extruders. No one pays me to sing, but I do it anyways. All right, and they all come with socks. So before we get too deep into this, I'm putting the damn socks on the next extruders first. But, oh man, we're gonna look at these. All right, let me get all the next extruders out. Let me get rid of their freaking boxes. And then we can chit chat. How's that sound? Anybody like that? Does that sound good? You don't like it? I'm sorry. It's gonna happen anyways. I'm kind of bummed that there is some foam used in there. It would be nice. And I know that Prusa is pushing for more sustainability. In fact, we spoke with, I think he was the director of sustainability. Honestly, completely. I remember his name was Vlad. I forget his actual job title. But pay you not to sing. I'll wait. So should I just keep singing until the super chats come in? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Check each extruder has screws in it. One of mine was missing 2 screws and was loose. I don't know where the screws would be, but I don't hear nothing moving around, so there's number 3 with its sock. There, zombie with $1.49. Love it. Yep, I am gonna put the socks on before mounting them. Don't worry, we're playing frisbee with boxes right now because they are very much in the way. And just, oh my gosh, I am so excited to have this. Oh, God, I'm an old man. I'm actually not that old. I just have I have the back of an old man. Okay, so far I don't see any loose screws or missing screws. And last one, it's gone. All right, so let's go to the top down and let's look at one of these together. This is what I love about having a camera with a crap load of optical zoom on it. I love that, so the Prusa logo is brass, or it looks brass colored, which I'm guessing is one of the substrates, or maybe it's copper and then it's plated, but they masked it off so that it would be shiny, and I think that's super, super cool. We've got what appears to be brass here, some machine steel. This is an FR4 PCB. And then we've got the neck extruder on it. So we need to start putting on the socks. 2 screws attached to the extruder to the mount, to its mounting bit. They're obvious. Okay. All right. From here, just got to get the sock on. So I've said it once and I'll say it again. I think it's very important that you not only have socks on. Why is this there? It's not only that you have socks on every single printer, that you keep that you also keep spares of those socks, because a sock is sacrificial. It is there pretty much to ensure that that if you get a blob of doom, it doesn't take out the hot end with it. That it just takes out this nice piece of silicone. Unfortunately, I don't have any spares. I didn't order any spares with the printer. But there we go. That's a sock installation. It does say Prusa Research on it, which is pretty cool. Focus, 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 focus. Super nice. We've got, looks like extruder tension here. Ooh, that's the unlock mechanism. Oh man, there are those big freaking hob gears. Woo! It is interesting though. This is only a single side drive, so it's a very, very interesting thing to see, and that the bearings that keep the filament in place are grooved as well. Interesting. All right, so we got to go ahead and do that on all the others. So I'm going to, as I install the socks, I'm going to remove them from the printer. That way I kind of know what I'm doing. Yeah. Of course, I should have been smart and had like a mini grant or something ready. We don't have any special firmware for it, and I'll have to go inside to get some Prusa mint. So maybe I could use Prusa mint that it came with, but I have open spools, so no point in opening a new spool if you don't have to. Andrew Rogers says, still kind of disappointed he didn't soak the Haribo in vodka before the stream. You know, I am not a big drinker. I've never been drunk. I don't really have a desire to be drunk. Although there are days where I'm stressed. But I also know that I have a tendency to be an all gas, no brakes kind of person. And that's why I have avoided drinking a lot. I will still do it. You know, I'll still have some drinks with friends and all that. Had some drinks at IRF and all that, but yeah, just not a huge drinker personally. Thankfully, I can handle my liquor though. That Cuban blood. Chef Sawyer says you will want to upgrade to the alpha firmware and the 2.7 slicer, or you're going to hate the prints. That is the plan. I want that input shaping though. Now it would be nice to have the actual accelerometer input shaping protocols and all of that, and I think I've made that pretty clear. I will, however, take what I can get because it's not ideal. I want to, my setup is different from your setup, which is different from somebody else's setup. And that means that, well, the input shaping could be a little bit different. But yes, I know about the stringing thing that's going on, and that apparently the alpha firmware fixes all of that. Okay, the final sock is going on. knocks a plastic cover off. Jeez. Amateur hour over here, man. Freaking amateur hour. All right. All right, we got them all done. Socks are on. Okay, so now we got to start the docking procedure. That involves... Where do the pins go? Okay, just kind of... Yep, okay. I am clearly having a problem here. Oh. Oh, okay, there. All right. Okay, all right, okay. Dude. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I want to make some freaking money with this printer. My bank account hurts right now. That's just so freaking good. That's just so freaking good. Take the bundle. We've got our bundle. We gotta take our bundle. Check that the cable bundle is not twisted. Don't get it twisted, yo. Don't get it twisted. I have no... So this very obviously goes in here. But I gotta see how... Oh, it goes on the front. Hmm. Wonder, I bet, yeah, it is probably supposed to go like that. All right, so we're gonna have to get our Torx here. Just make sure you guys can actually see the action. Yeah, you guys can kind of see what's going on. All right, so we got to undo these couple of screws, it looks like. Gotta loosen up some more. Okay, there we go. I want to double check that I've done it right. Yep, I have done it right. Nice. But it's just weird that that the cable crosses over. I don't know. I guess it's okay. All right. That is super cool. Ah, it's looking like a tool changer. Yay. Repeat the steps. Okay, it does cross over. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an official crossover. Which cables are you crossing over? The cables to go into the extruder. They cross over. It looks like they cross over everything. Let me see. I think I have it right. It looks like I have it right in the photos. It doesn't really show you, to be honest. Yeah, all right. Mine looks just like the photos. We're Gucci. We're good. We're super, super good. All right. Next. Okay. I'm glad that Prusa found a way around the Stratasys patents for tool changers, because we don't like patents that restrict people's use. Patents are great if they're utilized properly, but companies like Stratasys opt to maintain the intellectual property rather than license it out at a reasonable rate. Therefore, they kind of just defeat the overall purpose. Hey, that's an MJF printed part. Okay. The PTFE tube holder is MJF printed. Oh, that is super cool. I guess that makes sense because it's also nylon. Hey, that's super, super. Good job, Prusa. Using printed parts where you can. I can dig it. Yeah. It's freaking, well, it's SLS or MJF. It's one of the two. It is a powdered nylon for sure. Dude, it feels so freaking real. It feels so real. Why Baldred says in the EU they don't exist, and I would bet a non-trivial amount of money that they do. I would bet that they do. Because you are dealing, like, Stratasys is a publicly traded company. I would bet that they have those patents in every freaking country. Like, they were touting for their brand new F3300 that they have 30 patents. 30 patents. Now, I want to make it clear, patents are very expensive, and we've talked about it before, but patents are not great, because the average person can't afford to defend it, and if you can't afford to defend the patent, ergo, it is invalidated. Well, a patent will cost between $15,000 and $25,000 start to finish to get done, right? It takes a while. The average person can't afford that. And they also can't afford the roughly $100,000 that it's going to take for litigation. Crazy. It's crazy. Okay. We're up. Oh, dude. Okay. We're at the point where we're going to plug this thing in and see what happens. Ah! I am so bleeping excited. Okay. All right. I'm going to move the table up. Going to turn it around a little bit. Oh, well, the machine was already powered on. Cool. Give me just a second, and I'm going to have you guys... Uh-oh. Ack, it fell in. Come back out a little bit. Thank you. There, now you guys can see the screen too. Flashing the ESP. I should probably get a build plate here while we're waiting, so I'm gonna grab the satin plate. It's huge. It's huge. Woo, that build plate is sticky. Sticky. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, I almost fell over. We're good. We're good. I almost fell over. We're good. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of alcohol on that build plate, clean it off. Okay. Build plate is clean. Yeah, well, let's go ahead and have it run us through the steps, right? Also, can I do top down with webcam? I can. This is probably what you guys want to see. You guys probably want to see the actual stuff moving around. So I'm going to put the thing down a little further. That way you can see it. And in fact, I am going to move the entire printer a little bit. So turn it on. Wizard will test all components of the printer. The whole process will take a few minutes. Some parts of the wizard require direct user interaction. Follow instructions on the screen. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and have it start. The lights turned on! Ah! The lights! We have lights! It's first light of the printer. I gotta get a photo. Oh God, my camera lens is so dirty. It's alive. I'm so excited. Okay. All right. Well, we're just gonna go through and check everything. Zombie with the $1.49 with the diamonds. Let's go. Diamond hands. No paper-handed. Never mind. Dude. That's as far out as I can put it. Ooh, that's fast. I should probably be ready on the oh crap switch. Probably should be ready on the oh crap switch. Okay, so now we got to do dock calibration, which I'm fairly certain that's where I'm at. All right, I'm gonna link you guys where I'm at, and we will replace the pinned comment here. All right. So if you wanted to scan it with your phone, now's the time. I've got it up on the screen here. So we're going to need this weird looking wrench. Oh, it's gonna want me to remove all the pins, I'm told. Removing them all at once is just easier. I gotta find Little tiny screwdriver. Because that's going to be the hardest thing here, is finding that little tiny flathead screwdriver thing. Because I've got the big wrenches. Huh. I probably don't need it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am sure it's here. But with how long this build has taken me, the likelihood of us not having something immediately handy is so freaking high. And it looks like that we have found the thing. Let me see if it's in any of the small bags around the base of the printer. Nope. Okay. Yeah, a small flathead will work. I would like to find the actual tool that it's designed for. So I'm going to check one more time. And as I do that, I'm going to go ahead and move things into piles so that it is just easier and makes more sense. So I know for a fact that I've been through certain things. It doesn't have what I'm looking for. Does anyone know what bag it would have been in? I just want to make sure I'm not, like, very obvious. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't have all the parts out of the box down here. What's all this? That's the calibration stuff. Okay. I've got the USB. Dang. All right. Well, there's the USB. I've got the locating pin, but I don't see that little tiny stupid flathead. Dang. Do I have a screwdriver out here, or do I have to go run inside? I've got a knife. Will a knife fit in there? Florida man. No, it's probably going to rotate the blade of the knife. All right. Yeah, let me run inside. Let me run inside and get the flathead. I don't want to take too much more time. I don't want to take too much time searching for something when I have the tools inside. So, a flathead screwdriver should work in this case. I could have sworn I had it. Now I'm just upset with myself that I don't know where I put it. But alas, that is life sometimes. You end up losing things that you had, and that's why it is great to have extra tools. So let me just make sure it's not obviously somewhere and I'm just dumb, blind, and stupid. Stop touching the table, Grant. All right, screw it. Go get your toolkit. Be right back. I know exactly where my toolkit is, so it's no big deal. And you all should still be able to hear me, actually, which is kind of funny. The cat's in here. Hello, Miss Victoria. Hi. No, I'm sorry. I'm not in here. I'm not in here to give you a lot of attention, but I'll give you a little pet. And then I gotta go back outside, okay? We're almost done. And then you're gonna have a new heated cat bed. Yay! Okay, I'm coming over. Okay, we're here. We got our toolkit. Since we couldn't find what we were looking for, we got a toolkit. And it looks like a reasonably small flathead ought to do it. Looks like that might be our ticket. Actually, that one's a little small. So it looks like it is a 3.0. It is a 3.0. Okay, now you know. Now you know. Now you know. All right. Do not touch the printer. Okay. Oh, it's so cool. It even lights up blue with the one that we need to do. It is illuminated. Loosen and remove the dock pins. Okay. We will loosen and remove them. No problem. Okay. All right, continue. Loosen the 2 screws on the right side of the dock pillar, marked in orange, using the uni wrench. The uni wrench. At least I think that's the uni wrench. I assume that's what. Is that the uni wrench? I can't tell. It is, yes. Okay. I don't know how much to loosen them, but I can certainly loosen them a little bit. Come on. Dang it. The uni wrench is at a place. Loosen them so you can spin them with your fingers. Okay. This uni wrench is not a great use because I am actually at a point where I cannot turn it any further. It has hit the frame and I can't get to it any other way. I can try. No. Yeah. So this one there, I cannot move any further. So I am going to go ahead and grab a pair of pliers and just kind of rotate it a smidge. Come on. Thank you. Okay. They are both loosened. Enough the dock is free floating. Oh yeah, hey, the dock is free floating. Sweet. Align the tool changing lock so that the metal pieces are to the right. Okay. Done. What? It failed. It failed the dock position. Yep, I took those out. I loosened those. And I pulled these all the way to the right. I can't even read it long enough. It fails out on me. I need to know what it says. Connect. Yeah, I got them both pulled out this way. Oh, am I supposed to like I guess I'm supposed to manually do this. Okay, it's manual, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's... This camera angle is really bad for you guys. I'm sorry. And I have to lock it. How in the hell? All right, let me see if there's a good way to show me how to do this in the instructions here. It's got to go all the way back. Okay. Ah, okay, then lock it. Okay. All right. It instantly fails again. That's okay. Follow the wizard instructions. Well, yeah, just kind of stupid. Manually lock the bars as described in the picture, which is what I did. Tool has to be locked into the tool changer. It is locked into the tool changer. All right, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do the top one and tighten the top one. Because that's what's going to have me do. I guess I don't understand why there is this problem, but there is this problem. So, all right. Yeah, Karen says you can't see what I'm doing. I know, you'll see it. You'll see it for the next ones. Okay. Okay, it goes in. Have I locked? No, what the heck? Oh, okay. It locks the tool head by going backwards. I might need to undo that. Okay. Tighten the top. All right, we got it. We got it. Apparently reading is just really difficult for me, I guess. I don't know. And yes, I completely removed the pins, as instructed. Okay. That's so cool. I'm sorry that like you guys literally can't see the thing. Okay, tighten the bottom screw. Okay. Sorry, I am just really trying to concentrate because it's a very expensive printer that I don't want to mess up. So my apologies for being really quiet here. I am just trying to concentrate. Okay. So install and retighten pins, which we are going to do. Gonna grab our flathead. This is not the one that the printer came with. I cannot find the one that the printer came with. And we're gonna go ahead and snug those up. Okay. All right, it's going to move it back. Okay. Nice. And yes, the metal bar. So the metal bar on the carriage interacts with the pins. The pins keep the metal bar from moving. All right, so... All right, we have successfully docked. We want to go ahead and do it on the next one. Time to remove the pins. And as that individual said, I think I'm just going to go ahead and remove all the pins for all the extruders. Wonder if I lower it some more. Yeah, that's as low as the table goes. You guys should be able to see a little bit more now. It's a little bit harder for me to work, but whatever. What's going on? Why are you not coming out? Come on. There we go. Yeah, the pins are what the tool changer uses to lock and unlock. It's kind of ingenious, really. Loosen all the bolts while you're doing that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Calibration takes a minute. It definitely does. And what am I going to do for my first big print other than a benchy? I'm going to do a print that's going to require thousands of tool changes using PETG with PLA. And I am kind of crazy excited to do it. The nice thing is, because it's going through tools 1 through 5 in the right order, this also lets you see whether or not you have all your tools correctly wired, and if you did everything right. These pins are quite tight. I'm actually worried about them galling over time. But I trust that we won't get any galling or galvanic corrosion. All right, where's that uni wrench? We don't need this wrench no mo. We need this wrench. And you might say, Grant, this seems very tedious. You're right, it is very tedious. This part kind of sucks. The nice thing is, you should only actually ever have to do this once, because the machine will auto-calibrate from here on out. And unless the machine, for some reason, takes a fall, the tools should never shift. Even if you go to move the machine, the tools themselves should be reasonably well locked in place. So, something to note. Okay. Continue. 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 What? Shit. I am clearly not reading this very well because I keep failing it. The pins, the screws. Align the tool changing mechanism with the tool and lock it in by sliding both metal bars to the right, which I have done. They are both slid to the right. Continue. And it instantly fails out on me. I am doing this right. I promise. So why is it instantly failing? We got those. We got those. Now, we want to align the tool changing mechanism with the tool and lock it by sliding both metal bars to the right. So, push it all the way in. Slide it to the right. Continue. Okay, it liked it that time, apparently. Tighten the top screw. All right, well, it's just fickle today. It doesn't like me. That's okay, printer. I don't like me either. Mental health episode of the podcast coming up. That is the wrong way, Grant. You are loosening it. You are loosening it. I guess I didn't have it aligned all the way. It looks like it went in a little further this time than it has previously. So I'm guessing I just didn't have it aligned 100% properly. Okay, we got that going. I got one of the bars over there is messed up a little bit. We'll go fix that in a second. Now we got to tighten the bottom bolt. Okay. I see Practical Printing is here giving me crap. Appreciate that. Love you, Krusty. If you have to redo the part of the calibration down the road, you can skip the bolt loosening and tightening, but have to remove the pins. So that's a bummer. Okay, now it's pin time. Stop, pin time. When in doubt, blame the guy in Florida. I get it. I get it. Okay, pins are tight. There she goes. Back to the tool change. All right, so at this point, you guys have seen the screen enough times. So what I think I want to do is move you off the screen, put you watching the tool heads. I think that is cooler at this point. What do you guys think? Okay, that one is successfully calibrated. Oh God, oh, you're falling. There you go. Like the camera's moving. The camera shouldn't be moving. The camera's moving. Okay. All right, so we got to go over to this tool, push it all the way in, and then lock it. From there, we want to tighten the bolt. We're going to hit continue. It cleared us. I want to go through and tighten the bolt. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move the tool head out. here. Oh, wrong one. Here we can go ahead and, right? Yep, through the bottom screw. Great. Man, the dude from the Sunshine State. Grant sure needs a tan, Krusty says. Well, you know, Colorado gets more sunny days than Florida does. That's all I got to say about that. But yes, I don't go outside very much. I hate the sun. It hates me too. Used to go out kayaking a lot before my back injury, but my back injury kind of ruined a lot of the fun things that I did in my life, which sucks. But it's true. Okay. There she goes. Ah, so cool. Now it's going to do the whole, like, dock and undock procedure here. I'll get you guys a close-up of that. It is as cool as it looks. Ajax says it's 49 in Colorado today. 49 Fahrenheit. My watch says that... No, my watch does not have the right... My watch says it's 0. It's very clearly not 0. It is 84 degrees Fahrenheit, obviously. 84 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the temperature right now. So, all right, that one is done. Really? You always have to do this to me? Yeah? Every time? Every stream? Oh, okay, it's 29C. The photo friend that normally trolls me has actually provided me with useful information. All right.
And to keep up the tradition.
That's fair. It's a good tradition. All right, we'll see you later, dude. I guess there's a tradition where Krusty prank calls me every stream, but this time, he wasn't actually prank calling. Shane, if you would like to call, you can call too. I don't care. Ah, crap. I did not tighten the top screw. We're going to have to redo this one. I got distracted. Now I got to redo this one. We're going to abort. This is number 4. Going out wide again for you guys. Okay, all right, I got it back in place. Now we can go ahead and do it the right way. I got distracted, man. Damn prank callers. Okay. Okay. Now we can tighten the bottom screw. And just properly snug up the top. I don't know how tight these need to be. It's weird. How the heck do you enclose this printer? Yep, that's the other problem. It is a difficult machine to enclose. Prusa does have an enclosure, and we saw part of it at Form Next. It uses the accordion plus a metal and acrylic top panel. Yeah, I don't know. It's big, and my concern is I don't have a lot of space above this machine. So, I don't know. I'll have to see if it fits, but maybe when I'm in Prague, I can convince someone to let me take one home. All right. Pins are in place. We're going back. So good. There. Oh, wrong way. Zoom in. All the tool changes. So cool. It is never not cool. I just want a script that all it does is just grab a tool head, grab a tool head, grab a tool head, grab a tool head, grab it. I just want it to continually change tool heads. That is what I want. That's what I want. Okay, on to Mambo number 5. Did that. Okay. Okay. Did that. Printer verified. Let's tighten her up. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. I'm focusing a lot on doing this, and I'm not focusing a lot on the CTAs, so I apologize. But I guess I shouldn't apologize. People hate CTAs, but it is important that we talk about the call to actions of liking, subscribing, and hey, donating if you would like. There's Patreon, YouTube channel members, and Patreon. Did I say Patreon twice? I think I only said it once. But there's PayPal, Patreon, and YouTube channel members. Link down below. $10 tier and higher gets you access to our private Discord server, where you can come hang out with me and a bunch of the other goobers that make up the awesomeness that is our server. We have some really cool people. Actually, I'm looking forward to meeting quite a few of them coming up. Yusuf, one of the cool people I was talking about, says, it's very sexy. I thought prawn was not allowed on YouTube. Well, here we are. Swear, my first stream of this actually got demonetized. Also, did anybody notice I'm wearing the version of the Prusa Mafia shirt that we're going to be selling? Did anybody notice that? No one called it out yet, but I'm actually wearing the Godfather, but it is my cat. Here, I'll show you. See? This is the one that's going to be sold. This is the Prusa Mafia, but it's got my cat, and she's got the red hat, and the white belly. I'm gonna go back to what we had, because that actually made sense. There you go. Successfully calibrated. Who knew that I was going to do all this docking with Prusa? It seems... Normally, you got to pay for this kind of work. You will be asked to tap the nozzle. Don't worry, it's going to be cold. Okay? I did not tap it, or I tapped it too soon. Damn it, Prusa. I tapped the damn nozzle. I am tapping the nozzle. Look. 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the buzzer. There's the tap. I did not tap it. I am tapping the freaking nozzle. You all are... You know what? Here, I'm gonna... We're gonna get nice and close on that. Continue. I wonder if my fingers are just too soft. Oh, okay. I have to actually tap it harder. When in doubt, go harder. Don't. That is bad advice. Do not take that advice. When in doubt, tap harder. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, yeah, so you kind of have to give her. There we go. Didn't know we were going through this kind of stuff today, all right? I think my fingers are just too soft. When in doubt, whip it out. No! Krusty, you're giving bad advice. Get a bigger hammer. Smash the nozzle with a hammer. Load cell test passed. Okay. Okay. A. Printer gave consent. That's fair. Consent was provided. Continue. Okay. We got them done. Now what? Are we booping the bed? What are we doing? There's a bed there. Okay, now we're just moving the heat bed and the extruder in its full range according to printer. I'll put you guys back watching that. As you can see now, the heat bed is moving up and down. We are learning to be patent. I think he means patient. Okay, so now we're checking the nozzle heaters. Testing heaters. Preparing went through successfully. Now we're testing heaters. I love the blinking lights, man. It's super cool. El Chavo says there's more in the manual. Huh. I can. Oh, I'm... Okay, so I gotta get some filament, which I actually have on the desk, which works out great. Yeah, we'll need stuff eventually. Let's see what else we got. Pins, keys. Well, we're gonna need that pin and the key here pretty soon, so I read ahead a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get the pin and the key put together. Please wait while a tool is picked. Okay. Please make sure there is no filament in the tool and side filament sensors. You will need filament to finish this test later. Continue. Is there any filament? No, there is not. Insert filament through the side filament sensor. Okay, but for which tool head? I'm guessing it's for number 1, so we'll do it for number 1. Oh, come on. I gotta move the printer. I can't easily get to this, so I'm gonna move the printer. Give me a second. So now we're going to go feed filament through. Filament inserted. Remove filament to finish. You need a lot of filament for this. Wonderful. Okay, number 2. So all we're doing is we're just calibrating sensors. That's all. Oh, no. Okay, there is nothing in there. There's no filament. Now I gotta add the filament. So all we're calibrating sensors. This is good. We want to calibrate sensors. That's why I said to pull a 4th, but I actually just had a little bit of filament here. We finished up a project that was sponsored by Polymaker, where we made a bunch of little robots for Maker Faire Orlando. We made about 400 in total, and this is just a little bit of filament that was left over from one of the spools. It was super awesome. Thank you to Polymaker for that. Okay, now I got to go for number 3. So I have some small concerns regarding the PTFE over time, but it does appear that it is pretty easily user replaceable. So no complaints out of me for that. Okay. We got to go to the other side now. Give me a second. Remember, kids, work smarter, not harder. And so people might be saying, well, why is there space for 6 filaments? But the machine can only handle 5. Well, it's because it's the same print, most likely. And that way they don't need to make any significant changes. That is the beauty of product development. If you can make something that you need to make twice rather than 2 unique objects, your bill of materials goes down because you can play the economies of scale game. Which, I will say, it's been a great game to play when you can. And now we gotta remove it. It's like a... Here we are. Doing tool number 5. And you guys know the process at this point. Ack. Oh, you can apparently remap the sensors and firmware if you want to have 3 on the left instead of the right. I absolutely would, actually. So that is really valuable, because for the way this printer is going to be set up, I will be using, so the left side will be more useful to, or the right side will be more useful than the left side. Hello? There it goes. Okay. So people are saying I thought it was a touchscreen. Stumbling Bumbling Idiot says not a touchscreen, thought it was. It is a touchscreen, but it's just not activated. Calibration should take a little over 14 minutes. Okay. Nozzle have to be perfectly clean to get a good calibration. That's fine. That's fine. Install sheet on heat bed. Done. Preparing for calibration pin installation. Got the calibration pin. I thought it went in the middle. but I guess it doesn't. It definitely does. Okay. Just waiting for it to do stuff. I guess we're like homing every tool head now, maybe? Preparing for calibration, pin installation, tool offset calibration. Okay. Okay, remove this steel heat bed sheet. And install the calibration pin, which, to my knowledge, gets installed in the middle. But I will verify. I'm pretty sure it goes in the middle. Yep, it does. So this would be a touch probe or a touch-off probe. This is what we want. So this just basically puts the tool heads where you want them. In the middle, pop off the plastic bit. Oh, I think I put the plastic bit on the wrong way. Ha. Hold on. I think it's supposed to, yeah, it's probably supposed to go in like that. It is. I'm an idiot. Ignore me. Okay. Continue. And so now it should, if I know how these offset. I don't have much more height on this camera, so I'm gonna try here. Oh my god, yeah, you guys can see it. It's kind of blurry. Why is it so blurry? Why are you so blurry? Can I just can I scoot in here? Just give you a little clean. Right, I'm touching the printer. I shouldn't be touching the printer. Focus. No? Can you not focus that close? Yeah, that's not great. Do I? Oh, I've got alcohol in a rag right here. Let's do that real quick. People are asking if you did step 23. I'm on step 20, so no. I'm assuming that's a gummy bear thing. Oh my gosh, focus! The damn camera's not focusing, and it's very frustrating. You guys can kind of see what's going on, though. I'm guessing 23 is eat gummy bears. Oh, it's not. Sorry, the light is so bright, the camera's just upset at it. But we're calibrating our tool offsets, which is a big deal. all the booping. So what it's doing is it's using the probe as a ground point, and it's just kind of touching it from all different angles. And we are almost done. For those wondering if we're almost done, we are almost done. And I am crazy excited for it. And because this is an electrical thing, so you're actually doing a positive and negative to create a connection, you have to make sure that your nozzles are clean. If your nozzles aren't clean, this won't work. Yeah, it takes a while, apparently. And yes, it is fully electric. This is electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Move on. Still the coolest thing. This print bed is just super, super cool to me. And I love it. And no, I don't... Oh, it's not. It's the load cell? No kidding. It's the freaking load cell that does this. Wow. All right. I stand corrected. I am happy to be wrong there. Using a load cell to determine angular flexures? Dude. I'm used to it being done with electrical. Just connecting a positive and negative. So forgive me, I was wrong. This is using the load cell, which is even cooler. Excuse me. This is no 1990 CNC. I mean, a lot of CNCs still use that process. Hell, a lot of them use light. It would be cool that, you know, while it's just saying calibrating tool offsets, that it had something on the screen that you could read that would describe what's going on, because it is really, really cool. And yes, it is load cells. Super cool. Just super, super cool. I know this is kind of boring for you guys, but I think this is just super, super cool to see. Like, this is a machine that is self-calibrating right now. It's self-freaking calibrating. It's nuts. I still want to see the damn next extruder gears. Still upset about that. I think everybody agrees we should be able to see the next extruder gears. DV Laserworks is asking if it will have to do it for each nozzle. Yes, it's true. You have to. Shane thinks that I have a sugar high. What Shane doesn't know is this is just who I am. Now I have a question. So let's say I use this super awesome adapter, which I need to get a bunch more of, and I'm probably just gonna buy them when I'm in Prague. But let's say I get a bunch of these adapters, but I only put one of them on. Do I have to recalibrate every single tool head, or do I only have to calibrate the tool head where the adapter with the new nozzle went on? That's what I'm curious about. Also, it would have been great to get 5 of these, not just one, but we'll take what we can get. Oh, you have to do all of them? Not just the one that changed? Dang. That's a pain. Excuse me, I said that's a pain. Practical Printing says all of them. Well, you should do all of them. Okay. And I'm going to put the adapter in the magnet slot. Or the slot for the pin. Because the downstream offsets are adjusted from that tool. Oh. So I'm going to change a nozzle. I should change nozzle 5. And have nozzle 5, then nozzle 4, then nozzle 3. Not start at number 1 and go back. You want to start at number 5 and go back. Yeah, I know. This is kind of boring. How many people are here right now? Let's take a look. Let's see from YouTube. 77 viewers. Thanks everybody for hanging out. 2.5 hours deep, having fun. And it makes sense that the offsets are all based. So they use the first tool. I'm exhausted. Sorry. They use the first tool as 0, 0. And then everything is adjusted down from that. Makes sense. Mike Never Let Machines Win says, I got here in time for the pin dance. Yes. We're on the last pin, and then we get to hopefully start printing, I think. I should go get a spool. I'm gonna go get a spool of Prusa mint. Ow. I have Prusa mint inside. I'm gonna go get some Prusa mint. You guys can't see the fact that I'm walking inside anyways, though. But you can hear me. Here's the cat. We love Victoria. Everybody say that you love chat. Hopefully you can still hear me. I have no clue if you can, honestly. Where's my fancy Prusa mint? I see it. Ooh, Amber's gonna be mad. It's her favorite color. Opal green. Opal green Prusa mint. But you know what? That's an appropriate benchy. God, it's a mess over here. Ah! And I'm back. I have filament. What did I miss when I was gone? New Model Workshop says, just joined, are you getting ready to print? Yes, so we are calibrating the tools. Once we have that, we can start printing. Mitch says, I want to see a PLA, PGG, ABS, TPU, and CFPC in a single print. I want to do that tire print that Prusa has. I think that's super cool. Would love to do the tire print. All right. Remove the pin and install the sheet. Candidly do. And there is a storage location for the pins. It is on either side and it sticks in there. So now we're going to reinstall the sheet. There we go. Like, why is it not? I want to go ahead and re-alcohol that bed. It looks kind of dirty. Do you want to print a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Go away, Krusty. That's terrible. You should feel bad about that one. Breathe in the alcohol fumes. Yeah, alcohol fumes. I think there's dust on the lens. Yeah. It's funny because I just cleaned it. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. But yes, there's a little bit of dust on the front of the lens. We're good. Wait a minute. We have to go all the way to 110C on the bed? Are we serious right now? I mean, okay. That seems a little excessive. But yeah, no, we're gonna absolutely be printing like a Benchy or something. Something that's on the card. Yeah, she's toasty. She's real toasty. Happy printing, it says. There's a Joe, it says happy printing. All right, so we're not done yet. So, in this step, we'll make sure the heat bed is installed correctly. I am gonna pull this up a little bit because it's in a rough position for me. In this step, we will make sure the heat bed is installed correctly. Using the T10, slightly loosen all of the screws around the bed frame. No problem. There's only 4, right? Oh, no, we want to do all of them. Okay. Like you said all the screws, you mean all the screws. Okay. All right, we're going to control, move axis, move Z, all the way down. 371. Interesting. And so what this is doing is just making sure that as the printer moves, that we're not creating any issues. Let's see here, let's do that. Yeah, so this is making sure that there's no binding and that everything is going to kind of be functional when it gets to the bottom. Okay. According to the instructions, we can go ahead and do that. Tighten all the screws once again. We want to do them in a bit of a pattern. I'm going to do more of an X pattern here. Okay. We got to adjust the nozzle seals so to set properly. None of them are really set properly, but they're all there, so I'm going to ignore that for right now, and I'll do it when I, well, let me see what I can do. All right, I'm going to check this video guide to see how to do it. Okay, so I do want to adjust my nozzle seals actually, because they're all kind of too high. All right. Sorry, there's a video. This is the video. I'll post the video so you guys can see it. It is an unlisted video, interestingly enough. All right. Let's look at setting a nozzle seal height. And to do this, we're going to use the webcam. And by webcam, I mean it's actually the old stream camera. So let's do it. Okay. First, we gotta get you out of there. Just want to make sure that I know how to do this right. Set it down, go through and we unscrew. There are a couple of Allen keys that we need to unscrew. Oh, it's total. Mine looks very different. Interesting. Okay, it's actually apparently need to loosen it quite a bit. Gosh, it's hard to get to. This is where I could do this better if I wasn't filming. There's a couple of these. A couple of these screws. Okay. Now we take the print head, reinstall it. Oh, just one screw, the one on the right. Oops. Okay. Well, that might help a little bit. It's fine, I still have it loosened. Okay. Oh, do I just have to like... I think I have an idea of what's going on. I just keep screwing this in until it gets the right height. Is that kind of what we're going for? I think so. Yeah, it is what we're going for. Okay. All right. All right. I don't even think I need to remove the tool head for this. All right. So we want it to be pretty much dead on level. I don't know if you guys can really see it. Am I even showing the right tool head? Oh, I am. Okay. It's a very, very tough thing to show. Okay. You want I guess you want a little bit, right? Yeah, that's what I think we're gonna go with. Yep, you can do this with the tool heads installed. Mitch says he's just $3,500 shy of buying one of these. Buddy, I feel that pain. I really feel that pain. Because we are neurotic, we're gonna make sure the angles are basically the same. So we just wanna kind of rock it, make sure that it sits on it. Tilt the tool head from side to side to see how it fits. Yep. If needed, give me a shout. I have the volume turned up so I can hear the stream. I think we're okay. We're just kind of setting all of these here. It's just a bit of a pain in the butt. It's hard to do it because of the way that I have everything set up for filming, but that's okay. It's okay. Also, why am I doing this? I have a nice screwdriver set right here that will do this so much faster. Should be a 2.5, right? Oh, it won't. Can it get in there? It can't. Well, I can do it. Maybe. That kind of works. So Mitch is saying that not including the enclosure is a big drawback, and I can understand that frustration. But I also sit here and say that people would complain if they got an enclosure because a lot of them aren't going to use it. And they're going to say, well, why would I pay for this if I'm not going to use it? So I feel like the option of just not including it made the most sense from a business standpoint. Oh, nope. I went too far for that. I do think the printer is expensive, and I think I've said that before. I think the printer is very expensive. However, when you consider everything you get with it, 5 tool heads, the support from Prusa Research, which in and of itself is worth at least $1,000, especially if you're a business. Like, I don't see a lot of hobbyists getting these machines. I don't. Because I think that they're too expensive for most hobbyists. But I think a business can really benefit from a machine like this. Okay. And the last one. And as DV Laserworks says, no wasted filament in poops or purge towers. That's right. None of that malarkey around here. Hilariously, I have the parts to fix my bamboo. I just haven't done it. That's Tarsman says they'd see a hobbyist getting a K1 from Micro Center for $350 or even a P1S before this. And yeah, I don't disagree. But, you know, I'm kind of okay with that. Jeff Sawyer says bamboo is at the top end of the consumer market and Prusa is at the bottom end of the professional market. I disagree. I would say this machine is for prosumer, business, and light industrial. That's where this printer kind of stands for me. But I know for others it might not be like that. I'm gonna grab tool 5 because I'm gonna go ahead and load in for tool 5 and we're gonna print with tool 5. Oh, I thought I had the top down the whole time. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you guys were just looking at the back of the printer. Someone should have told me. I thought you were looking at the top down the whole time. Jeez. I'm sorry. All right, now I got to get the USB, the USB. It's time for the USB. This can be either USB-C or regular USB. I thought these came with a USB-C flash drive, but I guess now it is just a regular USB-A. How do we not have a single... All right, we'll just do the Prusa logo, I guess, in green. It's what I have. There's not a Benchy on the card. Why is there not a Benchy on this card? That's really confusing as to why there's not a Benchy on here. Yeah, weird. I think the Benchy that it has is a 4 or 5 color Benchy, but I just want to do a single color print. So I want to see, just want to do a single color print. If you look at the cost of sync, oh, okay, it doesn't matter to me. Oh, it's inserting filament. Sweet. PLA. Yeah, honestly, I would have thought that there'd be a single color Benchy on here, but there isn't. It's really odd. Oh well. I will do the rocket engine and that kind of stuff later, but it's like an 18-hour print, and honestly, I don't care to do that right now. I can't. I have a meeting in 15 minutes that I should see if I should cancel. No, we can leave it. That meeting's fine. Oh my gosh, I have so many notifications. All right, just kind of waiting for it to heat up. We're at 209 at 215. Now we're loading the filament. There we go. Color is correct. It's really weird to me how there isn't no, you know what? Let's do the first layer test. That's fine. What toolhead is it? I don't know how to tell the machine what toolhead to use. Because I put filament into number 5, but very clearly it doesn't know that. Yeah, crap. Okay, it needs to be in tool 1. Can I just tell it that I want a different... It doesn't matter. Dang. Well, I want to unload the filament from this head. Okay, yep, that's fine. Newer firmware gives you the option. Okay, well, since that filament is stuck in there, I guess I can't really unload it, can I? All right, I'm going to go ahead and unload the filament from number 5. I'm going to grab number 5, then I'm going to unload it. Just yank it out. We're not going to do that. Okay. I'm just bummed that there's no freaking benchy on this, man. There really should be a benchy G code for single color, but there isn't. Which is a little frustrating. But hey, whatever. Okay. All right, we're loading on number 1. I guess the newer firmware solve a lot of the kind of weird things that I'm dealing with. That is okay. Okay, the extruder has it. Well, actually, I think this filament's actually a little bit damp, but that's okay. Now we wait for it to heat up. Print bed's got to go to 60. Then we're going to do a first layer test, which will be just the little dots and stuff. It is a 32-minute print. You know what? I'm gonna cancel my meeting. We'll stay out here for the whole thing. Right, 'cause I don't need to be in this. This meeting's not necessary. Yeah, the meeting's not necessary. That's fine. All right, now we wait. I think I'm gonna try to keep our eye on that. Get them to join the stream. I am not having my staff on the stream. They're not here anyways, they're all remote. But this will be our first official print. We are doing it in Prusa, which is awesome. We're going to do some firmware updates and all that kind of stuff. Absorbing heat for 2 minutes. That's interesting. So that's because it has a segmented heat bed, it can print on just one of the areas. It's pretty cool. And yes, as Tarsman says, some of the people for that meeting are already here. But I deleted it. And it's because I care about you guys, the stream. And that's why you should leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. Support us if you want. Greatly appreciated, because my God, this printer's expensive. But I'm very, very happy to have it, and I've got a bunch of work to do with it. I gotta get it off this table too. That's the other thing I gotta do. Has Liz asked if this is a kit? Yes, so this was a semi-assembled machine. This is as close to a kit as they come. And I was very happy. The build was awesome. There were some challenges, I'm not gonna lie, right? The cable management was a bit tough. If you didn't remove the back grate, installing all the tool heads was a little bit tough. But yeah. I'm actually pretty happy with the entire experience. It's kind of what I've come to expect for Prusa at this point. The printing experience is great. You pay a little bit for it, but the printing experience was great. We're gonna let this first print roll here. I'm gonna put you guys back on the top down so you can see it, but I'm excited. So theoretically, it should have a dead perfect first layer. Theoretically. And yes, I have the table down so you guys can see it, but that means I have to bend down, so you're welcome. It's now doing the bed calibration. Drinking Haribo time. You know, that's a good point, Shane. I should hydrate. Gotta get a little hydration. And you know, it might need a singular Haribo. Might need a singular Haribo for this. I have no idea how many points it does, but it is quite a few. It's done 50 already. RC Maniac is asking what I'm printing. It is the first layer test. There is no single color benchy on this, so yeah. I want to do that that pyramid made of pyramids as a vase mode print. I think that'd be a cool print, but I think it takes like a full freaking kilo to do it. We would do a multicolor print, but I'm just not set up to do that right now, so we'll do those another time. Okay, something that will bother me eternally. There are green blinking lights, and it goes 1, 2. Well, it goes 2, 3, 5, 4. The lights are not in sync, and it's really upsetting. But yeah, because we're doing a big first bed, it takes a little bit of extra time to do it. Ah, the OCD firmware is working well then. Damn it, Shane. The pattern of the lights will change every time you reboot the printer. No. No, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. All right, we are completely hands off the printer, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, all right. We're going for it. She's a little stringy, but I will also say this is older filament that has not been in a dryer. So I am expecting some stringing on here. So do not be surprised. In fact, I can hear it popping and hissing. This is wet filament, but that's okay. It is still going to print. The little bit of stringing is not going to be an issue. With brand new filament, it will be solved. Okay, those first layers are really good. God, this filament is not the right filament for this. It is, Yep, this is what happens when you have filament in Florida. It just gets really wet. RC Manic says, but Grant, on your last Friday video, said it's not wet filament. Stop saying it's wet filament. Well, when it sounds like Rice Krispies, you know it's wet filament. Pro tip. You can still adjust baby stepping if needed. I don't think we're going to need to. So far, everything's looking all right. I'm just keeping an eye on it. It might be just the first couple of... It looks like some of the wetness is going away. I don't know. No, it's still blobbing. I don't blame the printer, but we are going to be updating it to the input shaper firmware because time. I should have been smart and just used the Galaxy Black, but I didn't want to open another roll of Prusa Mint for it to sit out and get wet like this roll of Prusa Mint did. Oh well. RC Maniac says input shape performer plus PS 2.7 Alpha 1 equals fast network uploads. Wouldn't know. This thing's never going to go on the network. None of my printers will. If your printer requires network access to do things like update it, it's not a printer. It's a data mining device. Because remember, kids, if it's free, you're the product. Something Prusa link is local network. Don't care. Don't care. If it is on a network, it is a security issue for me. Jeff Sawyer does not require internet access to use the network interface. Prusa Connect and Prusa Link are different things. Very obviously, people did not get the fact that I was making a dig at Bamboo there, but that's okay. It's crazy how much this thing is shaking the table. Practical Printing said I got the dig, but apparently others did not. That's okay. I do have it on my motorized pedestal, but I can't spin it or it'll unplug its own cable. But yeah, it's on a motorized turntable. But I can only spin it so far before it unplugs itself. But yeah, we're going to be putting it on some shelves. I'm going to probably leave it out here for a while. I'm going to likely move the Cheaty Tech inside. Leave it out here because we have a stream coming up in a couple of weeks with Print and Solid. We're going to be giving away some custom-made elixir that we made, and you guys will see that video. And so we'll likely be printing with some of it on the XL while I'm here, because that would be fun, I think. But yeah, probably time to bring the Cheaty Tech inside. The Snap Maker should be banished out here. Put the XL in there. And if anyone is looking for a Fusion 3 F410, I'll make you a great deal, because this printer will officially replace the F410 for me. And when I say great deal, I mean like, give me $1,000 and you can take it. It's a $5,000 printer. Give me $1,000 and it's yours. But I bought that printer with my own money, so I got to get something back for it. As first layer looks really good, dude. I can tell the machine's obviously being quite conservative here. Also, there is a couple of screw holes on the top of the head. I don't know why. I don't know why. Can the Fusion run Clipper? It runs a locked down version of RepRap firmware. It's a duet board. But it is closed source to some extent. Even with wet filament. Yeah, it looks like it's actually doing a great job dealing with the wet filament. Maybe there's just a little bit of it in the beginning that was a little damp, because it looks like it's drying out. There is something that I can say. We are printing more to the left than we are the right. And I don't know if that is a particular problem or if that's something that should be like that. And that webcam is doing you guys absolutely no good. So we'll do that. Yeah, it is printing more to the left than it is on the right. And if you look, there's a gap between the line and the part here, and the part is actually on the line on this side. So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're supposed to do that. I honestly, I don't know if it's actually a problem, because I don't know what a full build plate actually looks like with it. Practical Printing says operator error. I mean, I could have installed the bed wrong, but I don't think I did. And it does have placement lugs, so you can see there's a lug right there and a lug over here. They don't stick up. Proud of the surface. They're actually flush with the surface of the build plate. And I'm guessing that's to deal with the tool changer. If anything, it's actually a little close. But realistically, I'm not going to complain too much about being a little bit too close to the build. Oh, is this more than one layer? I guess it is more than one layer. Okay. It's a first layer test, but it's more than one layer. Okay. I will say it is a very quiet printer, but until we put an input shaper firmware on it, you know, most printers are pretty quiet at this speed. So, and of course, being that it is a stock material and all of that, I don't think I would, you know, put a lot of faith in the fact that this is going to be as fast as it possibly can be. Practical Printing says the bed is slightly larger than the build area to allow for minor inconsistencies for sensorless homing. That's fine. Yeah, and from the white line to the edge, I mean, heck, the printing on mine looks like it's closer on the left than it is on the right, but it's got another probably 3 to 4 millimeters before it hits the edge. Smells like PLA. And yes, silkscreen can be slightly off. That makes sense. Anyone know what a placement lug is? Are you talking about the... Nope, that's the top of it. Are you talking about the pin for the tool changer? If so, then yes, this is it. No, the screw's on the side. Side of the bed. I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Oh, it turns off the lights. I will have to change that setting because that's the... I don't want it to do that. I would like the LEDs to stay on while it's printing. I'm guessing that'll be something that you can adjust on the new firmware. Can't leave the LEDs on. There's a ticket for it. Oh, interesting. There are lugs in the back. Oh, these things back here? The pins? Pins on the rear of the bed to align the steel sheet are not screws. That's correct. They are smooth. They are smooth dowel pins. Oh, God. Okay, so the two placement lugs for bed alignment. What are the other screws left and right of the bed? That is what screws the bed down. So the screws here screw the bed to the Z-axis. I saw them unscrewed earlier. Yeah, it's for the Z-axis, dude. So it's what holds the bed to the Z-axis. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I promise. I like the machine. I'm gonna like it a lot more when I can use it to make money. And if all goes well, that should actually be a little bit later today. I'm gonna bring one of my dryers out here. We're gonna run material out of a dryer, PETG specifically, because I got a PETG print that's gonna have PLA supports, and I am excited to do it all in Prusa XY. But we have to update the firmware and a few other things first. But yeah, I think this machine will go onto this table and the Cheaty Tech will go inside. And yes, I did unscrew the bed to align the Z. So what it wanted you to do is loosen the bolts, send the Z all the way down, then retighten them. But yeah, you can read step 23. There's a third layer, apparently. There might be a few more. Well, guys, feel free to ask me anything. I mean, at this point, we're just kind of waiting for a print to be done. So if you have any questions about the machine, any questions about the build, feel free to ask. That is what I'm here for. Everything looks clean. Karen is asking how loud mine is. Hard to tell on stream. The XL makes some horrible noises sometimes. No, this one's actually quite quiet. I mean, you get the stepper motor noises, pretty typical stuff, but no issues yet. I would say my favorite thing about the build was putting all the tool changers on. The least favorite thing is either all the tool changer alignment stuff or the wiring, the wiring cable management. Those are probably the worst about it. When will I update the firmware? Pretty much as soon as this print is done. So when this print is done, we're going to update the firmware to the input shaper firmware, and that's what I'm going to use for all of this. How many Haribos do you have left? Since I have no clue. It looks like about half the bin is still remaining. But, you know, most of that is likely the amber tax, so pretty much I don't think we have any left. Practical Printing says, you never asked me, do I want to print a snowman? I have no desire to print a snowman. None. Sorry. Amber says it's all mine. See, she's here. I grabbed my phone to do something, and now I totally forget why I grabbed my phone. God, I hate that. Does it have the remaining time? Yes, remaining time of 15 minutes. Amber, hook a brother up. Ben says to eat the rest. I'm not trying to die. You buy a fully assembled version, the instructions just say, eat all of the bears, you fat bastard. Does it actually say that? Can I mute Krusty for a Frozen reference? I got the joke. I got the Frozen joke. I'm allowed to get jokes and not justify them by acknowledging them. Thank you very much. Jeremy wants to know when I'm putting Clipper on it. Freaking never. Never. There is no reason. And you would have to void all the firmware and that kind of stuff too. So, no can do. And again, this is a very slow print. We are expecting this to be a slow print. This is a from the factory on the USB drive print. It's not going to be fast. It was never going to be fast. But yeah, I think we're going to take the GD Tech inside. It's actually been running pretty well, but there it has no power loss detection, so we have big battery backups inside. I have no battery backups out here, except for a small little 200-watt battery backup on the computer that runs the stream. How big are the XY motors? Honestly, they look like regular size XY motors to me. I don't notice anything really big or really small about them. Maybe 40 millimeters thick, 40, 45 mil thick. Oh, and the RGB status indicator at the bottom. Nice. Oh yeah, I got to put the screen in place. So let me do that. Let me actually move the screen to the middle. Because that is something that we did not do, because we wanted to make sure that we had enough wiring. This is the perfect time for Grant to not look at chat. A wild joker. Oh, hey, Joe. Joe Prusia's here. We have a completed XL. The Dawn is here. Here, Joe. I'm wearing the shirt we're actually going to sell now. Not the one with your dog on it, but one with my cat on it. But yes, had to have a Prusa Mafia shirt today. Have to have a Prusa Mafia shirt on. You know. Now we have the screen centered, so people that were very OCD about this earlier, because like, your screen's not centered. I said, I know it's not centered. I was told to move it for the wiring, then you can move it back in place. And yes, Joe, all the stringiness you see, that's on me. It's Florida, it's very wet here, and we actually had some popping and hissing from the filament early on. But this is Prusa Mint Opal Green, and it's one of the few Prusa Mints that I still have open, because it is Amber's favorite color, and I pretty much never print with it unless it's for Amber. So, yeah. El Chavo de 64 says, going to update my XL to Alpha right now since I had it up and running since late Thursday night. Pretty awesome. See, he admits it. Operator error. Well, you know. He's popping in for a quick hi. He's getting married tomorrow. Hey, congratulations, sir. Enjoy your marriage. That's awesome. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. For everyone's sake, wish Joe the best for his wedding tomorrow. And Amber says you should have a nice steak dinner. I will say it must be difficult for someone that is so, like, popular within the space to maintain a private life, but I had no idea Joe was getting married, so that's awesome. And it must take a lot of effort to make sure that you keep your private life private. Good for you. I'm happy. Amber's wasting my green. I will buy another roll, Amber. Grant, I think you got an exclusive. It's not on social media. Yeah, and guys, I mean this with the purest sincerity. Please don't go around and putting this on social media. If Joe does not put it on social media, don't put it out there. Don't advertise somebody's private life. You know what I mean? Breaking news. Yeah, I understand how difficult it is to maintain a private life, but I can't imagine how it is for him. He's not going to put it on social. Well, everybody that's here in the chat, please obviously respect that. And yes, you did actually hear it here first. Congratulations, dude. It's just so good. My favorite voice actress announced her engagement, but not her wedding. Ooh, maybe, Ashley, maybe. Let people enjoy private moments. That's right. As same old Shane says, let people enjoy private moments. And yes, T, that is the real Joseph Prusa. Yeah, I hope there are printed parts at the wedding. That would be, although maybe not, right? It's like I've discussed this and said, you know, if I ever get married, do I do a 3D printed cake topper? Because I've got really nice scanners. Like, I have really nice scanners, and I could easily do it. And I've done a myriad of cake toppers in my day. But like, do I really want to bring my business into my wedding? I don't know. You know? But I'm going to be bringing the better 3/4 to Prusa HQ in just a couple of weeks, and I am both incredibly nervous, incredibly excited, and woefully underprepared for all of that. Oh man, it would be cool if the wedding cake topper was printed with a cocoa press. That'd be pretty sweet. Be pretty sweet. But yeah, guys, that news is here. That's not something that's known elsewhere. Let's make sure that we keep it between just us girls. Okay? Thanks. What news? I forgot. The news about the great build job you did. I mean, I only had a few small issues. Every one of them was my fault. Although, I will say, that wiring was a tough one. It was a tough one. He's saying, yeah, cocoa cake topper would be sweet, but we keep it very toned down. And that's the right way to do it, in my opinion. Joe, we got to get you one of the rings like the Diamondback guys have. They have wedding rings made out of solid diamond. It's about 22 carats of solid diamond. It's a polycrystalline diamond, so it's black, but their wedding rings are made of solid diamond. That's just cool. But yeah, you guys have to remember, and I'm very much the same way. Like my private life, I keep very toned down. And hilariously, I'm going to be bringing you guys into my private life here relatively soon, because we're going to be doing an audio series coming up in the new year where I'm going to show you an audio room that I've been working on with quite literally some of the best speakers that I could ever own. I have a pair of Acoustat the Monitor 4s, huge electrostatics, like they're bigger than amber. And yeah, we're going to be utilizing 3D printing to make those speakers better. And it's going to be super, super cool. Getting them resized must be a pain in the ass. Yeah, it would be a pain in the ass. I am trying to see if I can get some, but yeah, those wedding bands would be super cool. Like super, super cool. Probably well outside of my budget. And yes, practical printing, we did get the speakers rolling. They sound great. The room is terrible for acoustics, but we are going to utilize 3D printing to make it better. Wow, didn't know you were in the high-end audio 2 grant. 3D Experiment says, yes. Hilariously, if you didn't know, I wear Sennheisers all the time. Like my main headphones you guys see me wear, those are 518s from Sennheiser. And yes, ignore the wobble. That's the table is wobbly. You're fine. You're fine. But yeah, I am big into audio. I've listened to sound systems that cost more than my house. I did a stint with a car audio company for a while where I made a vehicle that sounded amazing. They're now big bass heads, but hey, whatever. But yeah, they are 518s. They're not amazing. But yeah, and in the living room, I have a pair of Snell B2s. I forget, they're Snells. They're big, heavy, freaking Snell speakers. I don't even have those hooked up yet. And the EMP 1100s for the subs. Pair of 10s with 1100 watts RMS. Fun times. But yeah, we're going to be showing you guys the audio room, and if you are a member of the Discord or better, we will be taking a song list. And of course, that video can't go out publicly because copyrights, but we will put those videos out for the Patreon members. And the goal is I'm gonna hard mount a microphone in that room that will never move. It will be the same microphone every single time. It will never move. And that way, as things change and as we make it better in there, you will be able to hear it at home. I think that's pretty cool. Karen451 says, I'm a live sound engineer currently wearing KRKs. All right. HD600s are my main headphones. I wish I could run HD600s as my mains. They're too expensive and I don't have a set. I'm actually interested in doing the Hedamames, and I'm going to titanium 3D print them. Or we're gonna metal 3D print the cups. Because metal's about one of the few techs we don't have here. And I want to see if there is a difference between a metal 3D printed gyroid for the open back versus doing it out of plastic. And that's going to be a really, really fun video. So we do run L Acoustics Cena when DJing. Were you DJ, man? That's always fun. Technics 1200s, baby, for proper tables. Yeah. I love audio. It's just not something that I get to share very often. It's something that I've kept very private. But we will be showing more of it here soon. And then it also lets me write off some things for that room. It shouldn't get any channel strikes if we keep the video unlisted and without ads on it. So it won't get channel strikes. It will get demonetized, which is fine. It won't be a public video. So all the music that you guys will hear, it'll be the same music over and over and over again, and it is going to be all royalty free. They restarted the production a couple of years ago of the Technics turntables. They are very, very good. They are. I've had the lovely opportunity to own a 1200 in my day. I did end up selling it. I have a Newmark Pro TT1. That's my main turntable right now. But I did a full rewire of it to go to completely, what is it? Where it's grounded, where the wires got the, it's fully shielded. It's fully shielded. I did all the rewiring of it to be fully shielded, and I upgraded to a better motor in it so it runs quieter because it is a direct drive setup. Yeah. Yeah, but the 1200s are the gold standard, as Practical Printing says. But yeah, I'm excited. There's going to be some cool stuff coming. Hilariously, the turntable and all the vinyl, that is not in the audio room. It actually doesn't fit. So we might end up doing some sort of like wireless thing. But yes, the print is done. Ding, print is done. I'm excited. Project RPM 9.2 with an Audio Technica moving coil cartridge here. Hell yes, I want a project so bad. There is a really cool one on Colts 3D that's a printed turntable, and I really want to print that. I laughed because, you know, Colts reached out and they're like, we'll send you the file if you make the thing. I'm like, it's a $17 file. Joe says, remind me when you're in Prague, may go through the vinyl collection. Well, if there is any particular vinyl that you are looking for, sir, I am more than happy to bring it for you. I do not mind. DM me. You know how to reach me. You all are going to make me warm up all the tube amps and stuff. I have a tube amp build that I have to do. It's a quad of 6 CW5s and 12 AT7s on the pre. I have 2 sets of tubes for that because, fun fact, I put the entire set of tubes on my graduation cap, and on the top of it, I had a 45 of You Sexy Thing by Hot Chocolate, because I thought that was funny. And I am absolutely enthralled by the fact that I got away with that. Yeah, and then 40,000 ohms of hand-soldered resistors all the way around the edge of the cap. My brother and I went all out for our graduation caps, but I did end up tearing mine down because I have 2 matched quad sets of 6 CW5 tubes, and I'm going to be running that amp in full Class A. That's going to be fun. Didn't Grant have a meeting? Grant did have a meeting, but because Grant was the one running the meeting, Grant canceled the meeting because Grant can do what he wants. But no, seriously, I'm glad that a lot of other people are also into audio, and it's going to be a lot of fun to do that kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off everything, cool down the printer. Then we're going to go ahead and peel this off, and then I think that is going to call it. But yeah, Joe, if there's any vinyls that you want, I'm a Motown guy, so if you like Motown, I got a ton of Motown. But yeah, if you're into vinyl, let me know, and I am happy to see what I can find. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Hold on. I have a way to fix the strings. Florida man's always got a blowtorch handy. Got to go fast. You're going to melt the print, too. What strings? Ain't no strings on this anymore. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect first layer. Said surprise me. Well, tell me what you're into, and I'll see what I can find for you. But yeah, I'll bring something. Got to figure out the easiest way to... Oh, I know how I can bring vinyl. I'll put it with my laptop. That'll be funny going through TSA. Dude, that first layer is freaking glass. Enhance. Look at that first layer. So pretty. Even the little ones. Real good work. Loving that. And dude, just like it's ah! So excited. So excited. We're done. We got it. It's running. I love it! I'm so excited! Alright. Is there just like some fun way that I can just have it just go through and pick tools up over and over and over again? Well, I'll have it park the current tool. I'm gonna do that for sure. And now we eat the cookies. What cookies? You have cookies? Jeff Thorson, I have Ortofon heads and needles, but I am turntableless right now. They cost $250. Yeah, I have a Ortofon red, I think, and I have a blue as a spare. Those are my main needles that I run on the new Mark. The only reason I still have that new Mark is because it can do 78 RPM. And this has always been a goal of mine. I'm going to share a lot about my personal life with you guys. When my grandmother passed on my dad's side, and they were cleaning out her home, they found some records. These records she recorded. It's her voice from like the 40s, and they're 78s. And they're old school vinyl, so they're the thick vinyl. And I've never had a setup where I felt comfortable running it, because I said you probably only have one shot at digitizing it. And I've always been too nervous to do it. So yeah, that's why I've kept that new Mark around, because it can do 78 RPM, and not a lot of tables can do 78 RPM. So, yeah. I don't know. That's a, Practical Prince says, make wax casts of them before you try to play them. I could, but we don't know how dirty they are. So that's the other thing. I haven't cleaned it yet. I have a full setup to clean records. I do it by hand. I don't have, like, one of the nice clean things. I do it all by hand. But yeah, I want to get a better preamp. And I need to fix the one I have. I have an Aragon 24K as a preamp, but the phono has either some of the caps or something has a ground leak, and it doesn't sound good. So I'm currently using a it's a DJ phono pre. It's, oh god, what the hell is it made by? Either way, it's a great little preamp, little tiny thing. But I would love to use that Aragon 24K as a preamp, because my god, that thing sounds so good. But yes, 33 plus 45 equals 78 RPM. That's how you get 78 RPM. Not a lot of turntables can do it reliably, and the new Mark is one of them. All right, so people wanted me to move. Let's pick up tool 1. And they wanted me to move to X360 and that kind of thing. So we'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, I should make wax hats. I'm just always afraid I'm gonna lose it. Like, I've never listened to it, so I have no idea. She could have an amazing singing voice, and I had no idea. But yeah, just one of those things. I got a lot of memories around audio. My dad raised my brother and I on Motown, and huge Earth, Wind & Fire fan, so naturally I am too. I have pretty much every album they've ever made, including a lot of the singles. And my dad had some of the best speakers for their time. ESS High Layer Motion AMT-1Bs, the bookshelf version of it. Those are the speakers that he had, and unfortunately my brother and I did some damage to them when we were kids. And he ended up actually parting them out about 3 or 4 years before I got bit by the bug. And when he moved, I inherited all of his albums. So, yeah, that's the thing. All right, so let's move X. Let's move X to 0. Okay. Oh, you can go negative. All right. Let's do this. Let's move we got to move Z up a little bit. Also, this nozzle's dirty now. Get off of that. We're gonna move the bed a little bit closer so I can see what's going on. There are laser pickups now. Thing for playing vinyl. Yeah. 3D Experiments loves Motown, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Heck yeah, the real elements, baby. Love Earth, Wind, and Fire. 3D Experiments, if you like Earth, Wind, and Fire, you will absolutely love the video that we have that goes out around September 21st every single year. Every single year, I put as many Earth, Wind, and Fire references as I can. 2 years ago, I was particularly proud because I actually pulled all the albums that I used and I held them up as I made the thing. This year, I had the album in the background and I just kind of made a bunch of references to it. Practical Prince says, hate to run, but gotta at least skedaddle quickly. Catch you later. See ya. Okay. All right, so 0 back here. It's literally, it's in that back corner. So we're gonna move Y to 0 as well. Let's see where that puts us. Y 0. It puts us right on the edges, man. Gotta move X all the way across to see where that lands us. Good night, sir. I don't know if you're going to, Joe, but good night. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so everything is shifted over to the left a little bit. That's likely a tool head offset thing, but the bed is bigger than it needs to be, so who cares? Who cares? There you guys go. We went and we took a look at it. I am going to park tool number 1 because we have a successful XL print. We have a successful 5 tool head XL. And while we didn't go and have all the, multiple tool head stuff and all that, I have been streaming now for almost 4 hours and I am tired. My back hurts and I gotta go take a break. So, we will likely be printing more with this in the coming days. And I'm sure if you are a part of our Patreon Discord server or PayPal YouTube channel, but $10 tier and higher gets you into that server. I am sure that you guys will be seeing more of this printer there. But on that note, that is all that I have for you all today. This has been a really awesome build. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. It has not been without its challenges. Certainly there were some challenges here. We overcame every one of them, which is great. Nothing really got in our way. I think, ultimately, it's all good practice, right? Going through and having proper cable management, that's good practice. I can, I could be bummed about it that it took a lot of work, but, it's still good practice. So, I want to make sure that you guys leave a like before you leave if you haven't. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. And as always, keep making awesome. Like this freaking 5 toolhead XL. See you guys later.